Hi everyone, welcome back. So today's topic is going to be on traversal of singly linked list in C language. In my previous videos, I had taught you regarding creation of a node, creation of singly linked list. Okay, now assuming that you know how to create a linked list, let me teach how to traverse the nodes within the singly linked list. I'll take the same example here. The same example which I taught you for the creation of singly linked list. Assuming that we have created three nodes, there are three nodes. Okay, now there are two parts within the nodes, data part and the link part. Fine. First one is the data part, second one is the link part. So data part will hold the data values, link part will point to the address of the node that it is going to point. Now assuming that the first node was created at address 2000, second node at address 2000, first one 1000, second one 2000, third one at address 3000. Okay, now with the help of head pointer, we had allocated the data to the first node 10, second node 20, third node 30. Okay, the values within second node and third node was entered with the help of temp node, if you remember the previous class video. Okay, and the first node, it should point to the second node. So there is a link between first and second node. So the link part will have address 2000, which means it is pointing to the second node. The second node will point to the third node. So the link part will have address 3000. Now since the third node doesn't point to any other nodes, the value of the link part will be null. So this is the actual structure after creating a linked list, singly linked list. Now we have to traverse the values within the nodes, which means the output after the traversal should be 10, 20 and 30, one node after the other. So let me write a function void for traverse or display, void traverse. Okay, now I'll declare one more pointer, struct node star temp. I'm using one more temporary pointer variable in order to retrieve the values within the nodes. I'm not going to use the head pointer because I will lose the reference to the head pointer. So I'll be using one more pointer variable called temp. So after this line, temp will be declared with no value inside. Fine. Now I need to traverse from the first node till the last node, which means temp should point to the first node, right? So the address of the first node is 1000. So head will have the value 1000, right? Okay, head value is 1000, which means now temp should point to 1000. So what is the statement here? Temp is equal to head. Now temp value will have 1000 because head is a pointer variable and the value is 1000, which is pointing to the first node. Now temp is also 1000, which means temp variable will be pointing to the first node after the second line. After execution of the second line, temp will point to the first node. Fine. Now what we have to do? Now I have to retrieve the data value 10, 20 and 30. Now see the code. Print function %d, which value? Temp arrow data, temp pointing to data. Fine. Now what will this statement do? My output, the output will be, since temp is pointing to the first node, temp pointing to data, the value within that node, integer value, %d is the format specifier telling it is the integer value. So output will be 10. Now after 10, we have to retrieve data 20. So we are using the temp pointer variable in order to navigate between each nodes, which means temp should move to the second node now. So what we have to do? Temp is equal to temp pointing to link, right? Temp pointing to link, what is the value? Temp pointing to data is 10, temp pointing to link is 2000, which means now temp from here will move to the second node. Okay, now these two lines will retrieve only the first data. So the same two instructions to be executed for the remaining nodes, right, in order to retrieve the data point after moving the temp variable. So we have to put this within the loop until temp is equal to null, right, because temp is equal to temp pointing to link. When temp reaches null, which means there are no further nodes, so the condition will be while temp not equal to null, I'll read each and every node and then increment the temp pointer. Using the arrow operator, I retrieve the data, and using the arrow operator, I move the temp variable to the next node. Now this is the entire code for traversing the singly linked list data. Fine. Now let me trace. So trace 1, it enters temp initially it was 0, now no value was there. When no value is there, then it will hold a garbage value, right? Otherwise I have to initialize it with null. Since I'm immediately adding the value of temp is again a pointer variable that points to the first node address, so it is 1000. So temp is also 1000 after the second line. Now while temp not equal to null, what is temp value? It is 1000. 1000 is not equal to null, so which means it is true, it enters the loop. I am printing an integer data, which value? Temp pointing to data node. The data value is 10 here. Fine. Then again temp is equal to temp pointing to link. Temp pointing to link is 2000. So now temp is pointing to the 2000 address, which means second node. So temp variable has been navigated to the second node. Now again it will go back. For the second iteration, trace 2. What is temp value? Now it is 2000. After this line, it will be 2000, right? Now it goes 2000 is not equal to null. It is true, it enters, it prints the data value from where temp pointing to data, that is 20. 20 will be printed. Then again temp is equal to temp pointing to link. What is temp pointing to link? It is 3000. Now 2000 will be changed to 3000, which means temp from here navigates to this particular node. Okay, now again it will go back. Temp, what is trace 3? Temp is 3000. 3000 is not equal to null, so it is true. So it enters printf %d temp pointing to data. Okay, what is temp is pointing to data? 30. So 30 will be displayed. Then it comes temp is equal to temp pointing to link. What is temp pointing to link? It is null. So from 3000 it will be replaced with null. Again it goes back. While temp not equal to null, trace 4. What is temp value? Null is not equal to null is false, which means it comes out of the loop. So finally my program terminates. This is a small piece of function that I've written for traversal of nodes within the single linked list. Okay, so the output is 10, 20, 30. This holds good for any number of nodes. Okay, I hope you understood the concept. Thank you.